yourselves. Left wing, right wing, this confidence absurd. You're both controlled by the same damn bird. Land of the free and mentally insane. Self-centered fools with nothing to gain. How does the world view our free country? Welcome to this divided state of hypocrisy.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Game Talk Podcast. I gotta say, this song is definitely on point when it comes to tonight's topic. It's not gonna be a long video. It's not gonna be a long stream, should I say. But I will be covering the Google situation, because this is something that really sort of, what would I say, disappoints me. It lets me down, you know? I've always stated that they're the two biggest companies when it comes to their industries, Google being one and Blizzard being in the other. The only way that these companies would actually die is if they kill themselves. And I've said that since the beginning of their creation. I've always stated this. And it's something I truly believe, because they are that powerful. They carry a lot of weight behind their names. Their brands are synonymous across the world. You speak about Google and everybody understands who you're talking about. You speak about Blizzard, and guess what? Everybody knows who you're talking about. And it has been nothing but disappointment for the last couple of days hearing about Project Veritas and its findings when it comes to Google. Hey, GoGet, welcome to the stream. The situation is a really jumbled mess. You have a company that helped design, along with Microsoft, an algorithm-based system to target people on every mobile device they own for ad revenue. So anything that you would do that, or even say, they would have the software embedded into your smart devices to listen to what you're saying, so that way they can suggest ads that are tailored to you, and so you can have those experiences. Now, it's a double-edged knife. And what do I mean by that? Well, the double-edged knife is this. It sounds like a great idea when it comes to being in practice. I can't tell you how many times I found good deals on the things that I've wanted to buy because of this. I also can't admit to how much shit that I've accrued over the years because of this method. It works. It truly does. They have helped drive an economy and get people spending money. And that was the whole point of their initiative between Google and Microsoft. They went to a summit way back in 2006 in the EU, where they designed their very first algorithm-based tailored ad streaming platform. Microsoft and Google spent billions on this initiative together, and they've made one hell of an ad market. You see them all over YouTube, you see them all over your social media sites, you see them all over Facebook, you see them, I mean, they're just everywhere, right? And before I get into the meat and potatoes of this, I just want to say this, right? And I'm not defending them in any way, so please don't, misconstrue what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to just convey to you is this. How is it that we can hold Facebook and Google to the stoking fires of hell for what they've done, but we won't turn around and do the same for third-party app development? Okay, I think we're back now. Sorry. As I was saying, sorry, I got interrupted because of the minor disconnection. How is it, like I said, how is it that we don't hold the same standard? Anything we don't say a damn word about. We have become complacent and way too comfortable with that sort of practice going on. But yet, we're going to stoke the fires of hell with Google and Facebook. Like I said, not defending them. I don't believe what they're doing is right. All I'm trying to say is if we're going to go ahead and put these guys under the flame and microscope, then we should be doing that to all people involved doing this kind of thing. Because it's not right at all for anybody to be sharing our information. It's not okay. Should never have been okay. But we allowed it to happen, and we continue to allow it to happen every day. Google has disappointed me in a pretty big way, in the sense that I was at one point a pretty hardcore Google fan. I championed their ideas. I was the first one to start promoting their Google Glass when it was first announced. I was one of the first ones to start promoting the Google Pixel when it was around. I mean, you guys, like, I was a hardcore Google fan, man. I loved Google because the stuff that they were trying to do, they were promoting open source, they were helping people that didn't have a lot of money in rural areas with internet, trying to open up some of the best internet ISP properties in those rural areas to help those people. Like, these are things that I, at my core, I support. These are things that I care about as a content creator. I care about it as someone who loves to use the internet every day of his life. I mean, these are the things that I love and enjoy. And Google embodied those things very much so. And hell, even when they were having their little war spat with Amazon, I was backing Google at that. I was like, yeah, Google, pull out your shit. Don't take your shit from Mr. Mike Bezos, whatever the fuck his name is over at Amazon. Fucking do your shit. Do you. You know what I mean? Like, fucking sell your own shit. You don't need Amazon. Because there's a lot of people like me that love Google. And a part of me still does. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have met half you guys. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have this amazing community that I have now, that I look forward to logging in every night after work, after I got my ass beat. And I look forward to talking to you and having the, future possibilities of making content with you guys. And if it wasn't for Google, we wouldn't even be having this conversation in the long run, So with what Google's doing, it actually kind of hurt me a lot. I'm taking this kind of personal. I'm not going to lie. I am a little miffed about it. And, it's one thing to manipulate the market for ad revenue. I actually understand that because it's just business at that point. But to overlook the truths of our presidency, of the positive influence that he actually has, all because, the guy posts a few stupid things over social media and automatically the guy doesn't deserve to be heard? Because he comes off as ignorant? Because he comes off as stupid? I mean, what? I didn't think that was the kind of country I lived in. I mean, we do kind of look down our noses on other people sometimes. It does occasionally happen. We all do it to certain degrees. But we're not trying to fucking change their lives. We're not trying to interfere with them. We're not trying to control them as people and tell them to do whatever we want, And that's exactly what Google's doing. And that really hit me, man. Like, that really fucking hit me. And I don't know how much of this is truth versus how much of this is lies. And let me tell you about the pain in the assery it is to Google about the 2020 elections with Project Veritas. I had to word this a certain way for this to come up. If I didn't word it that way, guess what? I would have never found it. So that part of the whole Google is manipulating the search engine, I kind of believe. Because I had to do some fuckery shit just to get this article to come up. Google, you're breaking my heart. What are you doing? We are talking about what started off as one of the best email services on the planet. We're talking about what used to be a closed-off service. The only way you could get an email from Gmail at one point was to get an invite. Not anymore. They opened it up, and it's gone to shit since. I mean, and I was willing to deal with that. You know what I mean? You know how many emails I have? I have a ton of emails from Google. I have a ton. And I use each and every single one of them for game accounts, social media stuff. Like, the overall thing is crazy, right? I use Google for damn near everything because it's just, it's a reliable platform. Does it have its faults? Absolutely. But fuck, I was not expecting Google to be this way. I wasn't expecting them to go into such a direction that they could possibly be irredeemable. And I'm sorry, but I don't know if I could support them. I mean, here's the thing that I'm really curious about is after this court thing with Project Veritas, right? How much money are they going to owe? Will they even be able to support their platform on YouTube anymore? Will they be able to keep fronting the hundreds of millions of dollars that they pay out every fucking month to these content creators? That is something that's worth thinking about. Could YouTube die from this? This is something that I never thought I would ever see. I always kind of figured YouTube would be around for the rest of my days, at least, and the rest of this generation's days. But I honestly don't see that like that anymore. Google never used to be this way, and if they did, they kept it hidden pretty well. And they used to be pretty transparent in a lot of their business decisions, and they used to do this quite well. You used to be able to listen in on Google keynotes and business meetings because they would record them and upload them on their channel, and you could find out what's coming out, what new software package they're looking at developing with their software engineers. I mean, they have it all. They have what makes a great corporation. They got the technology behind them. They've got tons and tons and tons of money. They should be better than this. I don't agree with everything Trump says either, but I'm not going to try to manipulate the situation to make sure he's no longer president, because that is not my choice at the end of the day. I can carry my own opinion about the president and I'd be fine, because I'm not trying to meddle in any elections. I'm not trying to manipulate the markets. I'm not trying to put an algorithm-based learning software to help manipulate the flow of information away from the 2020 elections, because I don't think that is American. It's not. We take this thing called freedom of speech for granted on a lot of these platforms, and it shows, because we have created some of the most toxic, some of the most vile communities ever. But at the same time, you have the good communities that help balance them, expose them for the frauds they are. Man. I don't know. I really don't know, man. Google, you break my heart. I want you to be better than this. You are not God. You may have money, but at the end of the day, you are not a God. You do not have the right to manipulate the American people and who they choose to vote for. It is not your fucking business. It is not your place. God, it infuriates me, It really does. It fucking infuriates me to hear that the one company that I was championing for years is doing this. This is something that I'm really pissed off about. I feel a certain way about this, okay? I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's just a company, Brimstone, it's not that big of a deal. No, you don't understand, right? I got to witness the transitions of this company in the very early of its stages to where it's at now. And where they came from and what they're doing now makes no fucking sense. Anyways. I don't know. I really don't know, Jack, if YouTube survives. That's the thing, because that's a lot of money that they're paying out to these YouTubers, right? Hell, even I was making about 300. I made 300 a few years ago off of my combined pages. So, I mean, and I'm just one person. So imagine what millions upon millions upon millions of YouTubers, possible content creators making pennies on a dollar, but that adds up. You know what I mean? $1 for millions and millions and millions. I'll be surprised if they can pull this out of their ass and not be bankrupt. Especially if the courts decide they're going to take them to the fucking cleaners. I don't know, you guys. Like I said, I feel I feel a certain way about this. I feel a little betrayed. I only want them to do better in the future, if they even have a future. The country's government, our country's government, could easily shut them down if they really wanted to. Easily. Shut their asses down if they wanted to. Should they go out of business, we will eventually move over to BitChute at this point. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. We could move over to BitChute, that'd be fine. It's like I said though, man. Like, YouTube isn't. I honestly have been with YouTube for so long. Love them or hate them. Yes, they are commies. Yes, they censor a lot of people. I get it. But it's one of those things where, like, you've been on YouTube for so long, and you grow this love-hate relationship for it, and it's hard to move from it because this is where the majority of the audience on the internet goes to. So it's really hard to be like, yeah, I'm just going to go to BitChute. Like, not that many people are over at BitChute. You know what I mean? The only close numbers that I could have seen that should have made it but didn't was VidMe. Like, that site was popping off. They were at a steady growth, and then they went out of business because they weren't growing fast enough. So it was costing those guys a lot of money to keep up. Like I said, only people that could kill Google is Google. So let's go ahead and move on to the things to come for the channel. So I've thought about this, and I know some of you have said this to me in the past. So I'm thinking about just going ahead and doing it because you guys have asked me time and time again, why don't you just do this, Brim? Why don't you just do this? It'd be easier. Okay, I'm going to do it. Instead of 2 episodes every week, it's going to be 1 episode. 1 episode with all the information we can throw into it and call it a day. So 1 episode a week. And those can last a little bit longer if they have to. But that's what's going to happen. We're going to do it for once a week. And then we're going to end up focusing the other day on editing Squad Day Sunday videos. So I'm going to be doing a lot of Squad Day Sunday stuff. I've already laid out the posts amongst all the servers that we're all a part in. I still need some feedback on the games that you guys want to play. Now, I need a list of stuff that we all have together, not just something you have, but I need something that we could all get into together, and that includes free-to-plays. So yeah, 1 episode per week, Squad Day Sunday. Now, mind you, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be recorded on a Sunday. It could be recorded on any day, but it will go live Sunday with the edits in it. So keep that in mind. Let me know what you guys think. That is a possibility that I am looking into, and I hope it doesn't fall flat on its face again. The last time it fell flat on its face was because the members of the squad, we all ended up having things to do in our own personal lives that we didn't have time to do this. I'm hoping now, with where my job is now, we will be able to do this. So I am off Sundays and Mondays. I work 3:30 to 11:30. Now I'm posting this in a video because I've texted this to so many people time and time again. I'm tired of it. So here, you guys now know 3:30 to 11:30. Sunday, Mondays off. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think. So the Game Talk stuff is going to be 1 episode a week. Who knows? We might even do like some Game Talk episodic stuff in forms of like talk videos like this, except it would be like an edited video and stuff. So I'm thinking about stuff like that. You know, first, like what we think, we'll give our opinions about certain things that's going on in the gaming industry, maybe, especially if we didn't, cover it in the podcast. Yeah, pretty much, Kirito. That's pretty much what's going on. I don't understand them. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. I really wish they wouldn't, though. I want my old Google to come back to where they were. Sucks, man. But it's all good. I know, me too. I'm feeling you on that, Kirito. Like I want to so badly just put my foot up their CEO's ass. Twice had to uncuck someone. Uncuck someone? How do you mean? Go get. What do you mean by that? He said twice I had to uncuck someone, so I'm just waiting on an answer before I end it. And hit this vape game, bro. Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate it, sir. I do appreciate it. Thank you. But I'm gonna really? Well, I'm not gonna get into the specifics of where, like, I think that whole statement is sort of flawed. If you're looking at it in a sense that you don't know, any good examples, maybe, then I don't want to really get into it with you about it. I'll just agree to disagree. It's all good. I don't need to be right. But anyways, I am gonna get off of here. I told Jack this is gonna be a short episode. I got my ass kicked at work tonight. I'm pretty tired. There ain't much else to talk on Google. I just gotta move over my content to BitChute, and that'll be it. Yeah, I mean, if BitChute's your thing, dude, do it. I've had auto uploads evidently enabled over there. I didn't know. And so some of my vlogging channels going over there. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate the shares, the thumbs ups. I appreciate everybody's feedback, even if it's negative, because I know this isn't a perfect podcast. I've always sort of, just shot the podcast and we just let it go. That's just the way I've always been. I'm looking at doing a format. It's a possibility, that's just how it is. I might do a format. I might not. I've always kind of, done this at the seat of my pants type of thing and hope for the best. So you guys are awesome as always. I'll probably be in your server pretty soon. No, we're not. Absolutely. I agree with that. But I'm going to get off of here. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, we are looking at doing Spotify for this, so keep your eyes out for that. I'll announce it over on Twitter, so keep that in mind. But you guys have a great night. I'm going to let XP close us out. We're going to go to you know what? I'm going to let the whole song play because this is actually a really, really good song.
Against each other for power and money. Being devoured overseas.
again, if you guys don't know about this man yet, please, please, please give him some love. And thank you again. Have a good night.